What's going on, guys and gals? My name's Sean, and if you landed here, you're watching Scar My Guitar. What's going on, everybody? It's good to see you back. Now, today we're gonna do something way different than we ever do. And the reason I want to do this video is because I had a guy over here the other day telling me my Telecaster didn't sound like a Telecaster. Yeah, he told me it didn't sound like a Telecaster. He said it doesn't have none of that honk or none of that chirp or none of that dang chime. And I said, man, you do realize there's two humbuckers in this guitar, right? And there's no split coil function, or coil tap for that matter. So we're playing straight humbuckers, right? You do realize that, right? And he's like, what difference does that make? It's a Telecaster. It should sound like a Telecaster. Yeah, that just boggles my mind that somebody could think the shape of the guitar makes the sound. So I think this video is long overdue. So let's take a look at this. And what this is a Stratocaster Kathy got me for my birthday.
What?
Today,
what are you doing with it?
What do you mean what am I doing with it? I'm just
you better be putting it back together from that last silly video you made.
I'm just looking at it. Can you chill out for a minute? What's wrong with you? Yep, I already knew she was going to be tripping. Here she comes. Not today. Let's see what happens.
Oh, you think you're smart? You got your little helmet, huh?
Oh! The things I do for you guys, I gotta tell you. But the point of this video, now that we've got the okay, since I got cracked, is to turn this into a Telecaster. And how are we gonna make it a Tele? Well, that's gonna be pretty easy, really, because I've taken a blank pickguard, throwed it up on the CNC, and routed out the pickup cuts for a Telecaster. Now, before we can turn this into a Telecaster, we need to play it as a Stratocaster. So I'm gonna put some strings on it, and I'll see you in a minute. Alright, I got some brand new strings on this guy. Now I'm wondering, is it gonna sound any different? Because I changed the pickguard on it when I play it unplugged. Sounds pretty good. Let's turn it up some. Sounds like a Strat with a humbucker in it. Let's run it through the switch. Just a dang minute. Sean, I didn't come here to watch you play that Stratocaster. I came here to see it as a Tele. Alright, so that's gonna be enough flip-flapping. Let's make it happen. The things I get myself into to make videos for you guys. So we're gonna route this out so the Tele pickup will fit in here. It's not gonna hurt the guitar. Now, if you don't have a CNC, you could have easily done that by hand. I just did it there because it was easy for me. For pickups, I just bought a $15 set of pickups off of Amazon. I wonder how they sound. They're ceramic magnet, looks like. Now, we could change that. We could turn these into Alnico 5 by putting some pole pieces in it. But I want to hear what they sound like stock. We'll save that for another video. But right now, I got to modify the pickguard a little bit with a Dremel tool. You gotta wear your mask. You gotta wear your PPE. See if this thing will fit now. Nice tight squeeze, that's what we want. Now to drill the holes for the pick guard to hold the pickup, just going to use a Telecaster bridge. Makes sense, don't it? Should help me get the holes in there pretty good. Works for me. Now I'm not going to be using a blade switch. I'm going to use a 3-way toggle here. And I don't want the volume up by where I'm playing at. Let's go ahead and get rid of this plastic. It's just all balled up down here where I drilled it. You guys know I needed a new soldering gun. This is the Digital Display Ceramic Thermostatic, something like that. Now they didn't send this to me. They said it wasn't free to me. Bought it myself. They even give you some flux. Look. Wow, look. Got some solder. Bunch of different tips. Looks like those are for wood burning and stuff. But it looks like it's got a soldering tip in it now, so we'll use that one. Now I plugged it in. It's already getting hot, but how hot does it need to be to melt solder? I'm going to put it at 400 and see what happens. Well, this is weird. I've never put a Tele together through a Strat pick guard before. It just feels weird. Feels like some kind of blasphemy or something. Feels like I'm not supposed to be doing this. Voila. Now before we go soldering this thing up, let's look at it for a second. Because it's giving me some hardcore mixed feelings. Like I've been missing out on something great for a long time here. Just trying to figure out why Fender don't sell this with this setup. And if they do, somebody tell me. So let's see if 400 degrees Celsius will melt solder. My solder's already got flux in it. Yeah, actually really good, huh? Looks nice. We can't forget the ground wire for the bridge. Right on. Ground wires don't do no good if you don't solder them down. Yep, totally useless if you don't solder them down. Yeah, it's just old Fender Stratocaster. It's just old Fender Strat. That looks weird, don't it? That just looks weird to me. Sorry. Alright, unplugged. Sounds good. Let's turn it up a little. Sounds just like a Tele. Oh, that's because it is. It's just shaped like a Stratocaster. Middle position. I mean, it ain't bad. I know these are some cheap pickups, but they don't sound that bad. Neck. Yep, just as sure as I'm sitting in this chair, this is definitely now a Telecaster, even though it looks like a Stratocaster. Alright, it's still a Stratocaster, but it does sound like a Telecaster now. Yeah, it might sound like old cheap Telecaster, but it still sounds like a Tele. Now, I wasn't trying to prove no point or nothing, and I don't know what none of this means, but I do know one thing. The shape of your guitar, if it's an electric, is not going to affect the sound of it. Not one bit. Now, I had a lot of fun doing this video. I hope I got some of you guys' OCD kicking. Don't forget, it's Saturday night. It's January 6th. And at 10 p.m., we're going to be live. Yeah, me and Kathy's going to be live tonight. 10 p.m. Hope to see you there. Now, me and Kathy really appreciate you watching. And I hope to see you in the live video. But until I see you again, don't you touch my Scar guitar.